All right, well, welcome everybody. We are live. Uh, it's well, let us start out by introducing our newest guest, Jonathan. Why don't you tell us just a little about yourself and your channel, and we'd very much like to hear about it.
So hey, yeah, I'm from Wales, tiny bloody country in there at the back end of at the other end of the UK, and the whole thing with flat Earth to me was quite a new thing. I don't even know the thing was even a thing, to be brutally honest. But then I started watching a few videos, and it kind of, conspiracies are interesting because I like to see people's kind of train of thought, if you know what I mean.
Indeed.
But I don't know, just the more I started watching, the stupider flat Earth became. I don't think flat earthers see it that way, but it's becoming a great success for those people.
It certainly seems that way. How long did it take you to realize that it wasn't a joke and that they're serious? I mean, at first you had to have thought this has got to be a joke, like I said, but
well, when I watched I'm a Skeptic's like Glober's Inside Job, and I was like, God, people can't be this stupid, can't be. And then the sheer amount of YouTube videos about flat Earth that started popping up on my recommends was a bit insane.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot, mind, about a lot of things. I mean, I tend to leave the mathematics and the science to the other people who know a bit more than I do. I go through mainly kind of observational things. But I've learned a lot about space and physics and maths and, orbital mechanics and many other things like that. It's very interesting.
That's one of the benefits is every once in a while you come across what is actually a good question from one of the flat earthers, and it does cause it has been a learning experience. As depressing as it's also been, it's also a learning experience. So
yeah.
All right, well we're gonna start with the another wonderment of Eric Dubay's making.
Lovely.
This will be Dear Spinning Ball Earth Believer, which I believe he actually pronounces it Dear Spinning Ball. I wonder if there's something demonic in that. We should.
Yeah, I bet you money. Like it's spelled BAAL or some crap like that.
We should notify the other conspiracy folks that there's something demonic going on. Maybe we can get them.
Or if Russian Vids gets involved, you'll find the number 33 in there somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. We've kind of laid off him because you don't have to debunk. You just let it play.
Yeah, he does it himself, to be quite honest with you.
All right, here, let me start up the screen share here.
Man, numerology or whatever it is just the funniest, dude. Like they could simply start off from like 3 times 3 is 9 or whatever the hell, and just work and mentally flip and plie and somersault their way into like Donald Trump is a lizard man from Venus or something. What are you talking about? Do you hear yourself?
It's just like the color orange in that guy's mind is part of the conspiracy.
Of course. Why not?
Everything's a part of it.
All right.
The only person not paid chill is yourself.
All right. Here,
or Jaron isn't called me a liar based on what?
Indeed. All right. Ooh, I got to paste the. There's a couple of folks in the chat, in the public chat, that are going to want. Some of them might want to join. Let me give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Let me post a link here for them.
Yeah, man. The first time I came across flat Earth was some dude named Spiritual Warhammer. Man, that guy was a piece of work. Holy crap!
I think I missed that guy.
Oh,
you want to steer clear from that nuclear disaster, dude. Stay away. Stay away. Like, this dude is weapons grade stupid.
I swear to God, most of the videos I see nowadays, they act like that yellow fish from Finding Nemo. Every time they do a spacewalk, it's like bubbles. It's like it can't possibly be anything else.
Well, you see, because it comes up every week, but it's so true. They need the Earth to be flat. Not that they can prove it; they need it to be flat.
Yeah.
And then if you were to, okay, you know what I want to do? It's been an idea of mine for like a good month and a half now. Just like everyone on the internet, just pitch in like $5. Raise like $40 million and just send like 30 of these guys to space.
Yep.
Just like up and down, like
if
A
they all,
real quick.
If they all die and smash into the firmament above, fuck me, I'd be surprised.
But yeah, that would be, dude. I'd be like, you know what? Maybe they're onto something. But,
I know they're all dead now, but maybe you're onto something.
Yeah. Like, maybe they weren't full of crap. Nah, well.
No, well, just get on with it.
All right.
I'd want to like.
Who just joined? Oh, Kara, hi.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
What's up?
Welcome. We're about to start some Eric Dubay, and I'll apologize before we even start. It's Dubay.
Yeah.
So
that's my fault.
I tend to agree.
We're sorry. You remember the rules, I guess? Whenever something that offends you in Dubay's ramblings occurs, the key word is drink. You say drink, the video stops. You get to say what you want to say about what we just heard.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. Well, once again, I apologize. I apologize to all. Here we go.
Hello. My name is...
Oh God, it started.
And I'm a flat earther. Contrary to what you have been told to believe about me by the mainstream media, the government education system, and society in general.
Okay, drink.
Drink.
We've already done it. I know I said I would lay off and give other people a chance because usually I'm the mouth here, but how many times have you heard the name Dubay in the mainstream media? Did I miss it?
That in the United States educational system? What?
I've never heard his name come across once in the mainstream media.
That was 6 seconds in.
This is going to be a long night, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I was thinking it's such a short video. This should be great because I got to be up at like 5:30, which is 4.5 hours from now.
Oh, it'll go quick. It'd be lovely.
This is not going to go quick. All right. Carrying on. We're all agreed we have never heard the name Eric Dubay mentioned by any mainstream media.
Yep.
I like how he's playing the victim now too. Like almost immediately, he's the victim.
Oh yeah, of course. Why not?
Yeah.
Absolutely. The defender of truth. Speaking of which, the mug of truth is at the ready. There we go.
I am not an idiot, uneducated, or a religious zealot. I am a college graduate, spent 7 years teaching at a prestigious university, have published 5 books, and am not a follower of any religion. I was once a spinning ball earth believer like yourself. In fact, the only difference between spinning ball earthers and flat earthers is that flat earthers...
What? Did I hear a call? What?
No, wait for it. It'll be coming up in a second.
All right.
Earthers have done their research.
There we go.
Drink. However...
Okay, research. YouTube University? Would that be the research we're talking about?
Said that is the only flat earthers seem to do research. Yeah.
I love how he won't name the college he taught at so we can go look it up. So we could go ask the college, hey, did this guy teach here?
So only flat earthers apparently do research. I'm not sure NASA got where they are with just pure speculation and luck.
It was 100% Freemason magic or something.
Oh, yeah. Just...
that and like lizard men from like, Venus or whatever. Who knows?
Okay, let's see if we can make it to the first minute before
You will be told the opposite, that flat earthers are uneducated morons, unaware of modern scientific theories. But the reality is, every flat earther is well educated regarding the spinning ball earth fantasy presented by NASA, taught in schools, and accepted.
Does that even need to be said?
Okay, drink right there. See, not
Not
only are
even
they,
a minute still.
not only are they, oh Jesus, we didn't make it a minute. Not only are they not well versed in the Baal Earth theory, they cannot even answer questions about the flat Earth experts cannot even answer questions about the flat Earth. They
I tell you
certainly
what's
are
fun.
not. They're certainly not well versed in this.
I tell you what I find the most funny. They keep calling everybody else sheep because we keep like echoing what the experts are saying, and I'm like, dude, if I show you the math can only be done one way to be correct. If I show you the math, then I point to you this very same system on the Earth, and it's true. The only, oh my God, it's not possible. It's not, dude. No.
Well, our math is part of the conspiracy, and theirs isn't for some reason.
That doesn't make any sense, man.
Well, I've noticed there seems I've heard from more than one of the flat earthers. They seem to spend an inordinate amount of time talking about how math is not real. Everything could come out mathematically correct, and that may not represent. It seems like they're focusing on that to kind of guide people away from the fact that you can mathematically represent the universe.
Well, we all know how Jefferson's math always works out. It never does.
Well, it's like, sorry to burst your bubble, guys, but math ain't been wrong yet, so we're doing something right.
Yep.
I would tend to think so. All right. Well, 57 whole seconds. Let's see who just joined us here. Wait. We got a new visitor. Who just hopped in?
Hello.
Oh, hi there. Welcome.
Thank you.
Glad you joined us. And you did receive our apology for putting Eric Dubay.
Oh no, it's fine.
All right. As long as you're seated and
the word salad master.
Yes,
I've got my alcoholic beverage.
Excellent, and you are aware of the rules. Yell, drink. The video stops. You get to say what you want to say. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Carrying on then.
It is gospel truth by the gullible masses. In
1
fact,
minute.
you will find the average.
Yes. Oh. Okay. No, we can't celebrate making it to a minute.
We did it.
Flat earther is far more knowledgeable about the spinning ball Earth we are supposedly living on than the average spinning ball Earth believer. This is because flat earthers are all people who attempted to prove for themselves whether or not Earth is the way modern scientific and astronomical theory preaches, and discovered that it most certainly is not. There are hundreds of proofs and scientific experiments which have conclusively shown the Earth to be a stationary plane, but you have never and will never hear about these heavily censored experiments in our controlled media. You never hear of the Michelson-Morley, Michelson-Gale, Sagnac, Cantor, and Airy experiments, for example.
Drink. Heard of all of them.
Yeah.
And they're misrepresented by the flat earthers repeatedly.
Oh my God.
Didn't Jism try to do the, Bedford level one recently and pretty much get it all wrong?
Yes, actually, I think we had his video in one of our movie nights. Yes, we did. Remember we had a lot of fun with that one.
Oh yeah, that was great. I think I only lost 400 brain cells that day.
There was the one where he was trying to debunk Armored Skeptics' debunking of him.
He called him Sir Skeptic.
Yeah. So for Skeptic. Okay. Yeah. There was much cleverness in that. It doesn't even qualify as like ad hominem or something because it was too silly to be taken seriously. But yeah, all of the things that he said are heavily censored and nobody knows anything about. Yeah, well, we do know all about him, and we know that Nicholson. We know about the bet. we know about the judge saying that. You don't have to pay the money and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, that was definitely a good call for drink. Moving on.
All of which proved the Earth to be motionless. You also never hear of the Robotham, Blunt, or Carpenter experiments, all of which prove the Earth to be a level plane devoid of any curvature. Instead, you are repeatedly shown NASA images of a spinning ball Earth and astronauts in zero-G space. You are told the oceans curve around and stick to the underside of a spinning ball.
Drink, there is no underside. There's no...
God.
All right, I'm hogging it. Somebody else want to...
Yeah.
Gravity.
I just don't think the concept, the actual size of this planet, is actually sunk into these guys yet.
No, it hasn't, man.
Well, certain things. That's evident because Jeranism insists that it be reproduced in a lab.
Oh yeah, sure. You know, let me just stroll down to Planets R Us or Planet Evo or whatever. You know, just to pick up an Earth on sale, right?
They just don't understand the gravity of the situation.
Oh my! Oh my! You know what? I'm going to call drink on you for that.
I'll take it.
Double points.
All right. What's his picture? A rock and a bowl of water. Explain to me first.
Oh, it's like Russian vids, tomato and a piece of water.
Oh, that was an embarrassment. How would you even put that on the internet?
You know, at free fall, that would actually work. You could have water sticking to the bottom of a sphere.
Yes, and actually, they did on the ISS. They did an interesting vid. I'm not going to go dig for it now. An interesting video where the astronaut soaked the water into one of those little, expandable sponges they have, and then squeezed it out, and it formed around his hand. It stuck to his hand, which now that would have satisfied the show me something sticking to the underside of blah blah blah. Of course, all of us know that that's not gravity doing that. That's surface tension of water and the self-adhesive qualities of water and stuff like that. But no need to tell them that. Oh Jesus! I just told them that.
They're going to watch this. Come on, dude.
All right.
Zero G playing bull.
All right. Okay, moving on.
Thanks to Newton's magical gravity. You are told Eratosthenes measured shadows to prove the ball, and Magellan circumnavigated the ball. Again, us flat earthers are well aware of the supposed proofs and alleged evidence we are given regarding the spinning ball Earth fantasy. The difference is, we have further analyzed these supposed proofs and found glaring holes in them even larger than the size of NASA's annual budget.
NASA's annual budget. That would be of every tax dollar we pay, 1/2 of 1 penny goes to the space program. 1/2 of 1 cent. I'd be good with doubling that.
Well, it's like $19 billion this year, I think it was, wasn't it? Well, Mercedes spend about $7 billion every year on research and development alone. They're a car company, not somebody who sent people to fucking space.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
I've personally debunked every such claim of supposed spinning ball Earth evidence I could find in my book, The Flat Earth Conspiracy, and also compiled 200...
Okay. I didn't read that one.
No, he has not debunked common sense. No.
He's debunked Jack and Chip.
Yeah. There is no way he could debunk, objects of the exact same mass fall at the exact same speed on the Earth and the Moon and anywhere else where there's gravity. No. He has not debunked that at all.
No, this specific with this flat Earth conspiracy, I have to admit, know nothing about it. His 200 proofs, though, is...
That's something else.
I actually started. I figured, all right, let's do them. I did 2, 1 through 5, and then 6 through 10, and
it repeats itself.
That went okay. Yeah. Then I went through the rest of them, and I said, these 200 proofs is about 86 proofs.
It's a
lot of repetition, and
a
lot of distortions, a lot of confusing flat with level.
Yeah,
I may look into the flat Earth conspiracy just because if I'm reading it, I don't have to hear them.
100
Are
proofs
the
Earth is
Are the
not.
images on the left, were those supposed to be like pictures for proving the flat Earth?
I'm
I think
guessing.
so.
Because
Yeah.
I found out of all those pictures, I saw 4 proofs for globe Earth.
Yep.
No one says they're overly careful with putting this stuff up.
Oh, and these images on the left that he's using, these are like they're sphere images. You can wrap these around a sphere, so any horizontal line,
Mhm.
like the horizon, would cross horizontally across the picture at any elevation. I hate when he uses pictures like that because it's a 3D spherical image. The horizon is forced to be flat for the image to work.
Yeah. Well, photography kind of escaped these people.
Well, they got to make their claim
Oh.
somehow.
Well, yeah.
All right, and I would
Yeah,
like to
good.
congratulate one. We've actually almost made it to 3 minutes of this
Woo!
film.
Whee.
Spinning
All right.
ball in my book of the same title. I will not reiterate myself here, as you can read these online for free now in over a dozen languages. But suffice
Okay,
Oh, these pictures are.
still,
Oh,
Jesus.
people are putting these up. I did it way early on when we first all got together. What was that, about a year ago when we started the whole Science Strike Force and Science Denier Hall of Shame. This was one of the first things I put on the Facebook page. Not with I put the pictures, but then I did an experiment with a beach ball, or I told people how to do it. Here, go do it. Don't trust me. Just go do this. Circle on a beach ball, stand across the room with your camera phone, and take a picture. Then get up close to it and take a picture. Then compare the two.
Yep.
Nobody tried it.
It
was a trick.
It's like they still use that floppy door argument. The thermal cover on the SS, which they seem to think is the seal pressure door. You can explain that to them about 100 times. They're not going to listen.
Nope, they
there's
have a
one
narrative to push, bro.
There's one that I'm not
time
pulling
for
up.
facts.
Again, we spend too much time on Jeranism, but we'll get back to it at some point in the future. He recently did one with divers in space, still insisting that everything's underwater.
Yep.
And every little smudge is, look at that. Ooh, that's a diver's hand. Oh, look at that. That's a scuba tank.
Yeah, the guy's an expert on shadows, apparently.
Yeah.
Like with that 24-hour, that 24-hour South Pole sun video you put up.
Mm-hmm.
I think you linked people. Well, he was like commenting on the shadows and the mountains in the background. All wrong. Based on what?
Yeah, and in some of them, he was saying that the rotation, the shadows in this clip only travel for I don't know, it was 200 and some degrees, something like that. Well, if it makes it past 180, there you go. I mean,
Yeah.
So we're missing why are we missing these 2 hours? Why do you care? Are you saying during those 2 hours? That's when all the magic happened. That's when the Illuminati came out and hid the sun. All right,
I can't even. I can't.
Here we go.
to say, there is no aspect of the spinning globe model that stands up to critical scrutiny, and every alleged proof offered is easily refuted. The spinning globe and every argument used to defend it is simply pseudoscience masquerading
Oh, I
as
like
truth.
that one.
That
The
bloody
pictures and
picture.
videos presented.
What comment?
Oh, that bloody sex on the clouds thing. Good God. I've seen a cloud that looks like Yoda or Starfighter, and it means nothing.
Well, you know what I would do if my goal was to trick people that at this icy rounder, I would dedicate vast amounts of resources, time, energy, and money to writing sex in a photoshopped version of my fake planet.
Oh, it's Disney, man.
That's how I'll keep people down, dude. I'll write sex everywhere, like in a camouflaged in like a wall pane and game controllers. It'll be great. No one will see it coming.
Well, like this picture here, the NASA's blue. They've explained how the blue marble was made.
Yep.
But they still use it as a point of fakery. They've never claimed that it was real, or like a full photograph, I should say.
Because it's kind of actually impossible. Because the Earth is newsflash big.
Yes.
Okay, you let out one of the big secrets now.
I hope you got over sitting down for that one. Because yeah, that was kind of heavy.
All right, so then that experiment that Jeranism requested, I should stop making plans for that then. Of reproducing the Earth and its gravity in the lab. All right, duly noted.
Yeah, stop
Well, it
that.
might not fit. It might not fit, but you never know.
Plus, that's an important safety tip. You really don't want to screw with something that big in a lab.
Sorry.
Okay, carrying on.
Presented to the public by NASA and other government space agencies are as real as a Hollywood motion picture and as scientific as science fiction. Science facts, on the other hand, prove the flat Earth.
Well,
For example, it is the natural physics of all fluids to remain perfectly level and flat until this.
Drink, level and flat, not the same thing.
Do. Do.
what are those vials supposed to adjust in the middle?
He's just showing that they're all the same height, even though there's different volumes and shapes and all that sort of thing, which is correct. Spread them out by a couple of 100 miles along the surface of the planet. Let's see if they line up then.
Because the thing is, if you see a curve at eye level, well, somebody pointed out that would actually make the Earth a cylinder shape. If you know what I mean.
I do, and the whole eye level thing it's there's no other way to put it. That's just a lie. That the horizon always rises. It doesn't. On the highest mountains, it's never below eye level. Well, yes, actually, it is. It is not significantly, and our eyes and our heads. Evolution has not given us the equipment to be able to judge small changes in angle. We can track moving objects really well. We can identify shapes and patterns, but our system of balance and even the fact that our eyes are constantly in motion, even when we think we're staring straight at something, we are not able to detect look, it's 1 degree lower. Ooh, it's 2.3 degrees lower. We're not going to be able to detect that. So that's always rises to eye level. That's a lie.
Is it just mirrors the curve in that top left one?
What's up?
In the top left image, you can see curve there.
You can actually, yeah.
Oh,
it's got the line and it's got the gaps under each end of the line. It does in fact have the gaps. So
just thought I'd point that out.
Actually, good catch. I had not looked that close. That's on the small screen, and the big screen I have the Hangouts window. I had not seen that till you mentioned it. And yes, you can see blue sky between the red line and the ocean.
Well, I don't think he was that smart anyway to catch this. So I'm gonna just take that one.
They're gonna say it's a reptilian. It's a reptilian trick. The red line is bent.
I'm going to try to use lizard man magic for one.
Oh, very well. Okay. Yeah. Level and flat.
Disturbed in some way. If dammed up and released, all liquids will quickly disperse in every unobstructed direction.
Oh my God.
What's that supposed to mean? What's that got to do with anything?
What?
Okay, so somebody's having a really good time with this.
Man, that last picture killed me. They call it sea level, not sea curve. I should punch you. You are a dumb man. Please do not have kids.
Actually, this is a fairly fine set of pictures too. All right.
I like how he thinks the water is curved because the surface of the Earth is curved underneath it. So that's why the water is curved. If you know, they're both curved for the same reason.
Let's see. Water
There are the lines of gravity. I don't see any.
I'm sorry. One more time there.
Where's the lines of gravity? I don't see any. force of gravity lines in there.
Oh,
Because
No.
you know
It's the
gravity does
natural
not exist. It's
natural
all
physics of water. It doesn't need to be explained.
okay. We all responded to that at once.
it's Freemason magic.
I'll hang back. They deny gravity. It's what did it say? They'll say density and buoyancy as if that ends the sentence, as if that ends the thought. But
Yeah.
buoyancy doesn't do you a lot of good if there's no downward. Now I'll say attractive force. Gravity is not a force; it's more of a field than a force. But
I mean,
if there's nothing attracting downward, buoyancy doesn't work.
well, it's like with buoyancy. I mean, it's not like when we jump up in the air, we slowly float back down again.
I don't know about you guys, but that happens to me all the time.
I'm gonna go try it. You guys hang out here. I'll be back in a minute.
Just one big thud.
Nah, I might drop the mug. That would be bad.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Anything we really want to mention about this? Water's always level. Check, good. Middle thing doesn't say anything, but check, good. Water never curves. X, bad. Okay.
No.
At least he dumbs it down for his audience.
Yep.
This ever-present, never-broken law of physics is so reliable that builders use water spirit levels to level all their construction.
Okay, who calls the damn thing a spirit level? It's a friggin' level. All right.
Spirit level.
Horizon, from as high as amateur balloons and rockets have ever gone, the water line always remains completely level and flat. If, however, the Earth is a spinning ball, as NASA and modern astronomy claim, then somehow the massive oceans must all, in defiance of physics, curve thousands of miles around an irregular, pear-shaped oblate spheroid. In reality, measurements have been repeatedly taken throughout history until modern times using lasers, levels, sextants,
Okay, that one did the same thing. It was flashing through images, but it had the red line showing a distinct gap.
and theodolites to test for the Earth's supposed curvature, and every time have proven what our eyes and experience tell us to be true. The Earth simply does not curve downwards 8 inches per mile squared, as dictated.
Okay, that's wrong. Really get tired of hearing that. That is, first off, that's an approximation. Secondly, it fails over a surprisingly short distance.
Well, they don't take into consideration like land masses, that land isn't always completely the same height. That's what I don't understand about the whole thing.
And it also depends if you're at sea level trying to measure it, or and like a mountain town like Denver, Colorado, trying to measure it. You're going to get different measurements if you're not being consistent.
Yeah, it's too complicated for them to add in the height of the observer. 8 inches per mile. There's no way to wedge in the extra variable.
You can't just take a ruler out there and just start measuring, bro. That's not how this works. Right? It takes calculus, bro.
It just takes some trigonometry, not calculus.
Oh, that's part of the conspiracy.
Well, you see, I would have, but there's some shortcuts to calculus I like.
I do love their affinity for using the term spherical trigonometry when it's
Just
not.
trigonometry.
It's just trigonometry, because if you're measuring, we'll call it drop. If you're measuring drop forward, that means theoretically you're making a forward circle from the direction you're looking around the planet back to behind you. That's a circle. You don't need any spherical anything. They're just throwing it in there because it sounds more impressive.
Yeah.
More evidence. They have no idea what they're talking about. All right, continuing on.
Dictated by spherical trigonometry and
See,
NASA's
what did I say? Drink.
Yeah, there we go.
I just said it. They say spherical trigonometry. What? Probably because Earth is a ball, and that means sphere. So we'll throw that. And secondly, it's more impressive.
Even though I know they're gonna say it,
24,900 miles
like,
in equatorial
I'm waiting on the stupid.
Oh, sorry, Dev. I played the video over you. Go ahead.
Oh no, I want to say, even though I know what they're gonna say, my body is braced for the stupid. When they say it, it still hurts.
Yeah.
You found that his last thing. Look at this picture. It's
How
not a
small
cur-
is the Earth in that one?
it's not a
Is that like a Wallace and Gromit claymation rendition of the Earth? What is that, dude?
I'm personally very impressed with. It's called a horizon and not a curvizon.
Oh.
God.
It's not possible for people over the age of 6 months old to be this stupid. It's not. I can't believe it. They're just trolling us, guys. They have to be trolling us, dude. There's no way.
I thought that for the longest time.
It is possible. Curvizon. I have to remember that one.
This
What
is
the
the
fuck?
curvature.
No, what we should do is start calling it that. Like, just change our word to that and start using that.
Yeah.
Oh,
we should do that.
all right, sweet. Yeah, man, I'm in. I'm in.
Not-
I am
Not a
all
bad
in.
idea. All right. There.
I'm so down.
We should adopt all the new words that they keep on saying just to piss them off.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay. I agree with that. Henceforth, it shall be the curvizon.
And C curve. Yeah, that one too.
Spherical trigonometry.
See, that's that might be giving them too much because they'll take that as approval somehow.
Well,
But-
yeah.
All right. Let's
Just the fun ones when he makes a good argument like this, right?
Okay, yeah. This is quite convincing, and this is the danger. There are folks that, through no fault of their own, I don't really criticize the followers very much because a lot of them are not. They're not in scientific fields. They don't know a lot of the complicated stuff, and they don't need to. And there's nothing wrong with that. They do what they need to do for life, which is cool. But the problem with that is they're more prone to accept a simple, easy to understand answer like this. Well, yeah, okay, this makes sense. It is called a horizon. That must it's dangerous for people like that, and that's why we have to keep doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
The simple, easy to understand answer can also be the wrong answer.
You see, what those people will like oftentimes do is like they'll hear this first, and then somebody will come along and explain why they're wrong, but they've heard this first. So now they're going to like hunker down harder. Like, no, it's not a curvizon. Jeranism told me so. And then it's like, dude, oh my god.
Yeah, that, and if you try and show them the math, they may have heard the whole math is not reality. It could work out fine numerically, but it is a problem. So, all right, I do hope there's more funny stuff like this.
Please.
Curvizon. All right. Here we go. Any more comments on the curvizon, or shall we move on?
Seeker.
I'm pretty sure that this is his best argument.
Maybe just contact Webster and let him know that we're gonna switch the word.
Yeah.
I'm so down. I'm so down. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. And there's not much more. So, if anyone's starting to feel the migraine coming on, hopefully he'll wrap it up before it hits full force.
Sure.
Here we go.
Exists only in the fisheye lens footage they constantly film and the fake CG images of Earth they constantly propagate. Now, dear spinning ball Earth believer, there is much more you must learn and even more that you must unlearn to understand fully the depth of this deception. It will take more than just a few minutes of flat Earth research to overcome a lifetime of indoctrination, but I implore you to do just that. Try and prove to yourself.
Drink. Okay, first off, if it takes you only a few minutes to debunk all of science, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a valid call of drink. One point
Yeah.
awarded. Oh Jesus, I haven't been awarding points. Damn it.
Oh shit. Honestly.
All right, everybody gets 50 points.
Sci-fi
There are
could be
points.
Retroactively. Yeah. Everybody gets a point for making a good call. And since everybody's been making good calls, everybody gets 50.
I'm just reading what this thing is in front of it. You can lead a man to water, but you can't make him see it always seeks to be level and flat. Oh, there's a level and flat thing again.
Indeed.
Oh my god. No. No.
He's made up his own metaphor.
No. I'm done. I'm done, dude.
Oh, come on, there's only like a minute left.
I can't do it, guys. Go on without me.
Right.
How long does it take us to get to the first minute? Jeez.
Jesus horse, Jesus horse.
Well, the first call out came, if you remember, at 6 seconds. 6 seconds in.
I can't do it.
All right. Somebody joined? What happened?
Hey, it's Mason.
Mason!
Hello. What'd I miss?
There we go.
Everything.
I think we've all got migraines, so you missed the migraine. We've been doing Eric Dubay, and we learned some new words.
Sounds like a train wreck.
And the best of them, I'll just tell you, the best of the new words we learned is the curvizon.
You can't be serious.
I kid you not. I'd back it up, but there are other people on this hangout that would be able to. They're all intelligent. They would be able to find me, and they would beat me. So, but see, the curvizon is. See, we know the Earth is flat. We know the horizon is flat. That's why they call it a horizon, because it's horizontal. They don't call it a curvizon. So we've agreed that whenever we're making any reference to that, we're going to call it a curvizon.
Oh.
All right, and you're lucky. We only got about a minute of Dubay left, and then everybody's released to go bang their heads against the nearest brick wall to try and get the stupid out.
Make sure it's a flat wall, not a curved wall.
Anything that may have taken root.
Or just take this baseball bat. That's close enough, right?
Well, when this is all done, I'll just turn out the lights, finish my beer, relax, lay down in a nice horizontal position.
Oh, don't, I'm ill. I can't laugh. I know, Chuck.
Yeah, so you get the impression he's just having a grand time with us. All right.
Oh, right, one more minute.
I got one
yeah,
thing. Somebody said curved ball, and I heard Kerbal, like Kerbal Space Program. So conspiracy.
We do that on here too.
There we go.
We do that here too. Oh, stop that going. Hey, you remember that first stream we did where everything just exploded?
Nice.
Right, 1 minute left.
All right, let's get through it, and then we can all try to forget.
Oh.
Here we go.
Whether or not the spinning ball Earth we are taught to believe since kindergarten is in fact a reality. I can speak on behalf of every flat earther when I say that's.
All right.
Oh my god. Here we go.
Here we go. I will say drink to this one, and I will say when you produce water that produces an upward force, then you can put this bullshit up on my screen. Until that point, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear that the boat can stay on the surface of the water. All you gotta ask him is, okay, for the sake of argument, gravity is complete and total bullshit. What is your replacement theory? What other theory fits all the data as good as gravity does then?
It's just that their idea of what gravity is so simple-minded. It's like it just pushes stuff down. I think I think there's a lot more going on than what they claim there is.
Yeah, but once again, the simple answer. They like the simple answer because it's the easiest to say, and it's the easiest for people who are not really knowledgeable in that field to accept. So they just say density and buoyancy, and then stop the sentence there, and hope that nobody says, well, what's pulling the more dense object down then? nobody asks. And
Stupidity? I'll go with stupidity.
and if you mention, well, all right, it's been done. It's been done to death. But until they show me water that will provide its own upward force, similar to the lift being provided by the bird's wings, I would prefer that this not appear on my screen again. So,
two things regarding this image. Why didn't he straighten the horizon? And somebody will say rockets don't work. Why didn't he straighten the horizon? It drives me crazy that it's all tilted.
what was that last word? You confused me. I'm not familiar with that word.
The curvizon, sorry.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, gotcha. All right. The curvizon.
And secondly, a lot of flat earthers say rockets don't work in space, birds don't work in space.
Valid observation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we're closing in on it. You're almost all free.
Can
Oh,
you please
you know what I haven't?
For a minute, please. Please, 1 minute.
You know what?
What sort of fresh hell is this?
I have not been looking at the public chat. That was very rude of me.
How dare you?
I'm just rude like that.
I see because looking at me. I swear to God. Get off.
There, now I've got that up, so if anybody wants to comment as we go along. All right, here we go. Closing in on it.
It's exactly what we did. We did our due diligence in researching and proving.
I said the boat thing. Where's the damn boat thing?
There we go.
This man really cannot go 2 seconds, dude, without making my head hurt.
And what I've been doing, how many things have I called so far? I've just been pulling the common flat Earth memes that we've seen 1,000 times, that just looking at it, you don't even have to read it. You just, that's crap. And everyone, like, I say, oh, what's next? And I just pick something out of the air, and then he says it. and I didn't watch this. Jonathan recommended this video that we go over this one, and we did. And no, that's we needed something. Yeah. And so I didn't watch it first, because sometimes it's better to just get the first impressions, and you say that. So that's what I'm doing. This I didn't watch it before we're doing this, and coincidentally, whatever odd meme or whatever that I mentioned, seconds later comes out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Are you wondering why I did it?
Thing is about gravity, though, I've always wanted to know how they think rain works. Do clouds just allow it to rain by their own free will, or anything like that?
Something to do with the buoyancy or something.
Yeah.
Indeed. Oh, actually, I saw another argument against what was it? Was it gravity or no? It was tides. The moon's effect on the tides or something like that.
That video, yeah.
What was it when the guy said he was looking up at the clouds, and the moon you could see the moon during the day, and it didn't affect the clouds at all. And clouds are light, so if the moon didn't affect the clouds, which are water, and they're light, it certainly can't affect the tides because that's heavy.
Oh, good God!
I wish I remembered who. All right, very close to the end of it. Very close. Here we go.
Whether this seemingly flat, motionless plane.
Oh, okay. Not that picture again.
I didn't mention this one at the beginning, but somebody did. And there it is again. And actually, comparatively, if that tennis ball were the size of the Earth, the amount of water that probably stays on it would probably be proportionally the same that's on our planet. Yeah. I mean, that's just a guess, but yeah, I see how if this was the experiment, which he didn't do, he just grabbed this meme off the internet like everybody does. But I see the flaw in this experiment using the wet tennis ball. This is a mistake. They can't prove anything with this. You got to use a tomato like Russian mitts. Yeah, you really want to prove anything, that's what you need. Okay.
We all stand upon is actually a tilting, wobbling, rotating, and revolving pear-shaped oblate spheroid hurtling around the sun.
Okay, could you describe it and although what he said is sort of what the planets are, when you say it like that, you're trying to make it sound just silly. That was not a good way to describe it. What he actually said was accurate, but the way he said it makes it sound like you don't really think you're living on a dancing planet with wings, do you? You know, that kind of thing.
Ugh.
Oh, what?
Well, something I
Alright,
wanted to
well,
point out about
whether
this
everything
image
is
in front of us. Sorry, yeah, this nice meme. I like how he thinks that there's literally a global conspiracy about this, but then no one bothered. No one thought of this because they're all just too dumb. I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, that seems common. That all the things that were found in, look at all the NASA videos, and then earlier we mentioned how much money they're being given. Well, Jesus, when you go to see Star Wars, looks pretty damn real. They didn't have,
Well, it's like with all the spacewalk bubbles. I would imagine that they'd go through every single frame to make sure it was correct. If that was really the case,
I would tend to think so. And if you look at and I don't know why they don't look at the actual, neutral buoyancy training video. They have them. They're readily available from NASA.
yeah, there's a lot of bubbles there.
Yeah, and they're not little,
Just
barely
singular
perceptible specks.
Yeah. They're just full-on clouds of bubbles.
It's a bubble conspiracy.
The trick is those ones are actually from space.
Yeah, that's true.
One thing I did learn is bubbles in space bounce. That's the difference that I've noticed.
What could those bubbles be again? Could they still be anything like ice particle, anything?
Any little debris.
Might be a speck of
Literally
space
anything.
flying around at whatever speed it's at.
I would imagine the exterior of the space station is accumulating a bit of dust. I mean, how much?
Well, space might not be completely void of stuff. It might have some things around.
Oh no, there's tons of crap landing on our planet every year from space. I mean, I would imagine just dust and small particles and things of that nature it is one possible thing that when they do a spacewalk to change or work on something, you disturb some of that. But
Well, yeah.
just from watching them, I would not be convinced, even if I had no background in any of this. My first thought would not be bubbles. It might be what the heck is that?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be that's a bubble. And it certainly wouldn't be that's a scuba tank.
Yeah. Yeah, that yellow thing that pops in.
Maybe it was a bird.
I feel
Maybe it was a plane. Or you have to go into the Marvel universe for this one now.
The multiverse.
all right. We're down to 30 seconds. Let's
Technically,
see.
that is theoretically possible.
It's probably gonna take us. It's probably gonna take us 5 minutes just to get through the next 30 seconds.
Hey, we have the time. We do have the time and the beer. I do have a free full whiskey.
All right. Let us see what remains. There can't be too much. I mean, there can't be.
Actually, just as it seems. Water always remains level and flat. The horizon always remains.
I love this one.
Memes.
The big argument was that if the Earth was a sphere, you wouldn't have a line like that. You'd have something more defined. But you can clearly see that there are waves on the ocean, and I can only guess that anybody that falls for this has never seen one of those aluminum kitchen bowls, not the polished ones, the spun ones.
Yeah.
That if you shine a light on it, it's obviously curved, but if you shine a light on it, because of it's not a smooth surface, you get a line coming towards you, in the direction the light is moving. But still, I see this all the time. And by the way, you're right. We've only got 30 seconds left. This was a grand total of 3 seconds after the last bullshit. All right, there. I've made it sort of clear that I'm not fond of this being used as an argument.
Yep.
Well,
We're all
it's very,
suffering together.
it's-
It's mutual.
it's very densely packed bullshit. It's not very buoyant, so it sinks to the bottom.
Indeed, and we are going to have to compliment Dubay on efficiency, because normally it would take multiple hours of video to go over this many easily refutable stupid points, and he's managed to pack it in a couple of minutes.
He's made this video for us. I swear to God.
That's all I can imagine. That's got to be it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Remains level and flat. The Earth is motionless, just as it seems, and the sun, moon, and stars all revolve over and around us, just as it appears. I encourage you to please explore this fascinating subject for yourself by viewing.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's always moving through the universe. It's not static. The universe is still expanding. There's more empty space out there.
Yeah, well,
That's
at least
theoretically possible. It's always in motion. I mean, this is like.
I just don't understand why his reality seems to be better than the one that we have.
What is he smoking? Oh, wait,
It's like-
two of them.
It's like I don't understand how the ever endless expanses of space is a bad idea. Then somehow having an ice wall which you cannot pass, and then a glass dome which you cannot pass. How is that better?
It's because if you have insignificant Earth in a basically empty universe, and we're the only life that we know, it makes him feel small. That is the only reason why he wants the Earth to be flat, because it'd be a flat planet with, like, custom built AC unit for humans or whatever the shit, and that would probably prove some kind of god figure to him.
In this video, so far, I haven't heard him quote anybody.
Boils down to.
that is a common theme, that it seems a lot of people want to feel special, and that we're and not even the flat earthers, but the geocentrists, they want to believe that the Earth is the center of everything. And if they only knew the whole expanding universe thing, everywhere is the center of the universe.
Ooh,
Where'd the Big Bang start? Well, right about where we are now. Well, wait a minute, I was somewhere different a little while ago. Yeah, there too.
But that's not possible. Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, they get. It's hard to get across the concept of space expanding. They keep interpreting it as open space. That's what they think. Open space existed, and the universe with just a bunch of stuff is what exploded and expanded inside of that. It's very difficult to get them to understand the concept that that's not really.
A video I watched explained it pretty well. They said that a gravity won on the smaller scale with planets and galaxies and mega clusters and all that, but on the scale of the of the whole universe, gravity lost, which is why there's such vast gaps between clumps of stars. Is because gravity just can't pull everything back in on itself. It lost.
It's not a constant.
Yeah. Amongst gravity, stars, planets, like asteroid belts and local groups and all that stuff. Yeah, gravity won on that level because things are relatively kind of close to each other, considering light years are big.
Yeah.
Alrighty. 15 seconds, everybody. 15-second warning.
Just one thing. Just one thing. You said light year was big. Yeah, Darrenism pointed out in that other video that you were mentioning. Do you take a baseball, you throw it, it takes a while to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, the $100 ball thing. Yeah.
We had a grand time with that one. Baseball. And then remember, his next example was an imaginary airplane.
Yeah, that hasn't been invented yet.
It would take 16 quintuple years. Like, well, yeah. Yeah, big, dude.
Okay, but yes, what's your point? If you throw a baseball, that's how long it's going to take to get there. Polaris, yeah.
You're telling me that big is big. Wow, good job.
What do we take from this? If we ever want to travel to Polaris, we are not going to travel there on a baseball. There we go.
I love derailing conversations. Sorry about that.
Now, dude, I wanna just send my body to the baseball. Why not, dude?
We should finish this.
Yeah.
All right. Let's let it go. Here we go.
There we go.
We gotta.
Viewing the many other Flat Earth documentaries and interviews on my YouTube channel, and visiting the International Flat Earth Research Society at
Drake.
ciphers.123.
Go back to that last picture real quick.
All right. Backing up. This.
What the fuck?
This could be us.
Can you hit
Why
right
is
at the bottom?
he in here?
Oh, so if the Earth's flat, I can actually have a girlfriend, but there's a glow, I can't. Oh, well, okay.
No. You have to be with Dubai, dude. That's what he's above. You are
Wait a minute.
stuck.
That just. That scared me. I'm looking at this screen, and Eric Dubay is saying this could be us.
Yeah.
So-
why?
Eric Dubay wants to be hugging me up in the air. Is that what this is saying? This could be us.
Up, dude. By the. Oh my God, no.
I don't think he'll be able to lift me up personally, but he can try.
Oh man, it's gonna
Maybe you should
happen.
just use gravity.
It's gonna manhandle you.
I know you think it's all well and good if he picks you up, and how bad could that be and all that. And I would agree with you if that would be the end of it. But he's gonna talk.
That's the other
Maybe it's
argument.
just one of those special relationships where he doesn't have to talk.
That's the other kind of argument with many flat earthers, that they seem to think that if we find out that the Earth's truly flat, we'll suddenly become some sort of utopia of peace.
It's like
Wars
Russia.
end and all that. That's the other kind of train of thought I can never wrap my head around.
Only argument I've gotten repeatedly for just use it's a simple question: why? It's a conspiracy. Okay, why? Conspiracy. There's got to be a benefit. Yes, it's a group of people acting in secret for some benefit. What's the benefit? And the only thing I get is to separate us from God, as if a supreme being would somehow be unable to continue with his supremacy if
God's
there was a
just sitting
sphere
there, it's like,
around.
no, don't go away, come back.
But I don't see how the shape of the planet could have anything to do with any hypothetical. Actually, it's not even a hypothesis.
Well, they always seem to bring up those same passages all the time, like God looks down upon the circle of the earth thing and all that kind of rubbish.
Indeed. All right. Oh boy, we've
8 seconds.
that was another.
Okay.
Yeah, that was another 3-second break.
Pull
All right.
ahead to the last 8 seconds, please. Come on.
Sharp.
Guys, we can
Yeah. Well, sharp eyes, everybody. We don't want to let anything stupid slip by. Here
go
we
team.
go. The last 8.
ciphers.123.st. Thank you.
Well, that's it. He's done. Okay.
Wait.
Hello.
No, turn it off. Make it stop. Turn it
No.
off.
There will be no replaying.
No, wait, do it
Look at that
again.
picture of him there in the corner. Look at him. Fucking.
I've taught at a prestigious university. Oh yeah, what's the name of it?
We're not
Look
going into
you
that.
look like the member of Men in Black then for a second.
I'm guessing the prestigious university contacted him and said, "Stop saying our name."
Was it Kavaizen University by any chance?
No, you see, he taught janitorism at the men's bathroom.
I know what university it was. YouTube University.
There you go.
All right. That's I'm at a loss for words. It's very unusual. I'm at a loss for words after that.
I mean, it took us an hour to go through 6 minutes.
I told you he was very. We need to compose a nice letter of thanks for being efficient, and he didn't make us wait for 15 minutes between each instance of stupid. He packed them all in there for us. So, and that's definitely.
Well,
and
most of Eric's videos nowadays are him just repeating himself.
Yeah, indeed. There was his one on the tides was just frightening.
Yeah, that was scary.
Was,
Yeah, I need to get around to seeing you guys respond to that one.
Okay, now
No spoilers.
No.
6 minutes almost killed us all, and you're saying we should go into that one. All right, we'll put that on. We'll put that on the schedule for an upcoming one. I have no reason not to. Plenty of beer, plenty of aspirin. We shouldn't have a problem.
Just, Jeranism's scuba tank things first.
Oh yes, of course.
We'll hit that. And I don't know which one, because just a couple days ago we put one up that purports to be of the. Like I said, when we do it, I'll watch it. I'm not going to watch it ahead of time. The one that I did see, because it said proof. It said
100% proof in caps.
So I said, all right, let me see the proof. I like proof.
Must be right.
Proof is good. Proof is almost like evidence. So, alas, I was
They need different
disappointed.
things in their heads.
So it would seem. Well, at least they taught us some new words. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, plenty.
Indeed.
I almost forgot.
I will never forget the Curvism.
No, I'm going to use that from now on.
I can't believe we've actually learned something from an Eric Dubay video. Aside from how stupid people can be.
You know what's sad? He may not have come up with it. That may have been. Well, I'm not going back. I don't even ask. I'm not going. Go find that picture. No, because if I try to go find that picture, it's going to play, and we're going to hear that voice again. So I'm not doing it.
I have a hypothesis, guys. Hear me out.
Okay.
Because Jared is the master of shitty nicknames. I think he and Jeranism were talking, and Jeranism came up with Curvism, and fucking in a Dubai's mind, man, it just stuck. He's like, I'm putting that in my next video. I bet you money that's what happened.
Well, that is a pretty good one, and that may have come from the inventor of Sir Skeptibit.
That's where I'm pulling it from, man. Like
You may be right.
He pulled Skeptibit literally out of the fictitious ether.
The funny thing was, he halfway through the video, he botched it and said skeptic. I don't remember what it was, but it was skeptic something. He said the wrong thing, and it just was not. All right. Anybody have any final comments on the? I don't even know what to call it. All right. Well, at least everybody's still alive. That's a good thing.
Oh, barely.
I think I have a bruise on my forehead.
I'm gonna try putting walnuts on the table. At least I could get, there'd be a purpose.
I need some padding around here on this walls.
Is that from when you passed out and smashed your face on your keyboard?
You nearly got me with the "this could be us." That nearly got me.
Yeah.
Why was that in the thing? Why was that there, dude? You've like.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Lovingly embracing me, and no, I want none of that. Dubai, go away.
That's probably a personal reference for him, maybe.
Like,
right.
Either he just likes the flat Earth guys, or he really likes.
Hard to tell. Either way, when he said us, I hope I wasn't the other part of the us, because, like I said before, we'll be lifted up in the air can be fun, but he's gonna talk. There's no way around it. It's unavoidable.
Okay, I'll do anything you want in this relationship. Just don't talk, please.
I will do all the laundry for the next 30 years. Just shut up.
What can I buy you that you will stop speaking?
Gag?
All right. That's
Oh.
all right. Maybe I think that was a fairly good one. We took 6 minutes of bullshit and stretched it into an hour. I am having trouble getting over the fact that it was not even 6 seconds in.
Yeah.
It was like 3 seconds, dude. It was about 3 or 4 seconds, and I was like, drink, I'm done. Nope.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's. I guess we should wrap it up. Thanks everybody for coming, and had a great time as usual. and
Curve.
we should be able to forget this ever happened if we try real hard.
Nope.
We will not speak of
Never
this.
forget the curvizin.
No,
Well,
the
recommend
Curvizin
therapy
is.
will help with that. Alcohol and therapy.
All right.
Lots of alcohol and therapy.
Just think of Eric holding you in his loving embrace.
No.
Oh,
all right. There's a picture that'll stick with you.
look at that face.
It's burned into the back of your mind.
Indeed.
Could that be considered rape? Like seriously? Like, he forced that picture out of the sky, like out of the blue.
Think
Like,
in
I
court,
think-
where did Eric touch you?
Is it consensual or not?
Oh, I want to bust a dog right now.
Oh, what a restraining order.
Pugs are just amazing. Pug has Pug had one emotion: happy. That's it. And everything is just so amazing. I mean, put him in a kitchen with a food bowl, or run around in circles and go food bowl, and then run around another circle and go another food bowl. I'm in heaven. Another food bowl.
Where are they coming from?
There's an endless supply. It's just like they're coming over to Curvizin.
Points.
I think you win tonight, sister. I have to admit.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh.
Yeah, next time I will remember to award the points correctly. And all right, good night or good morning to everybody as it applies. And
We're good now.
that's it. We'll wrap it
We'll
up.
do this again one day. No, it's fun.
Yeah, we're here
That was nice.
we're every Friday, and there's talk about adjusting the time. We'll all converse and find something that's good for everybody. But all right, thank you everybody. I will play the traditional ending theme song, and life will be good. Night all, morning all. See you soon.
Thanks again.
What the hell? Play. Hey, it's not me. It's not me. It's the mug of truth. The hell's going? Oh, I see. The play thing is below the. It was below the bar.
It's below the curvizin.
Below Curvizin. Who was the song to? Night all. Morning all.
Good night.